Welcome back to Daily Astro. We're closing out May with a powerful full blue moon in Sagittarius. And this is not subtle energy. Full moons are always about release, culmination, and clarity. But this one hits differently. Because Sagittarius is the sign of truth, belief systems, expansion, and higher perspective. So this isn't just about letting go. This is about seeing something clearly for what it really is, and choosing a new direction because of it. Let's get into what this full moon means for you, and how to work with this energy. A blue moon doesn't happen often. It's the second full moon within a calendar month, and energetically, that adds intensity. It amplifies everything a full moon already represents. Heightened emotions, major realizations, things coming full circle. So this isn't small energy. This is the kind of full moon that brings turning points, endings, and major shifts in perspective. Sagittarius is all about truth, freedom, growth, belief systems, higher knowledge, expansion. This is the sign that asks, what do I believe? Where am I going? And is this actually aligned with who I'm becoming? So under this full moon, you may find yourself questioning things like your path, your mindset, your goals, your beliefs, your sense of purpose, and not in a surface level way, in a way that makes you realize something has to change. This full moon is bringing clarity through contrast. You may suddenly see where you've been playing small, where you've outgrown certain situations, where your beliefs are limiting you, where you've been settling. And it might feel uncomfortable at first, because Sagittarius doesn't sugarcoat. It shows you the truth, even if it disrupts your comfort zone. There's also a strong push toward freedom and expansion. You may feel restless, ready for something new, called to take a leap, ready to leave something behind. This is the kind of energy that says, you can't stay here anymore, not because something is wrong, but because you've outgrown it. Emotionally, this full moon can feel intense, because when truth comes in, it can shift everything. You might feel overwhelmed, emotional clarity hitting all at once, the need to release something or someone, a strong desire to move forward. But this isn't chaos, it's alignment. This is what it feels like when things are coming into focus, and when something becomes clear, you can't unsee it. That's what this full moon is doing. This is a powerful time to release limiting beliefs, outdated perspectives, fear around taking risks, situations that no longer align, anything that's keeping you stuck. Sagittarius energy is about expansion, so anything that feels restrictive right now, that's what's being highlighted for release. Ask yourself, where am I holding myself back? Because that's exactly where this full moon is working. To work with this full moon, let yourself be honest, even if it's uncomfortable. Pay attention to what's coming up for you, mentally and emotionally. Have the conversations, journal your thoughts, and most importantly, be open to change. You don't have to have everything figured out right now, but you do need to acknowledge what's no longer aligned. This is a moment of awareness, and awareness leads to action. This Sagittarius full blue moon is about truth, release, and expansion. It's showing you what needs to change so you can grow into the next version of yourself. And even if it feels intense, this is a powerful turning point. Trust what's being revealed. This full moon is all about release, truth, and expansion. So wherever this is hitting your chart, something is coming into clarity and something is ready to shift. Let's get into it. For Aries Risings, this full moon is happening in your 9th house. So this is about your beliefs, your mindset, your direction, and your sense of purpose. You could be having a major realization about where you're going, what you believe, or what you've outgrown mentally. This is a moment of expansion, but also release. You may be letting go of old perspectives, outdated beliefs, or even a path that no longer feels aligned. There's a strong push here to think bigger, move differently, and step into a new version of yourself. If something feels limiting right now, it's being shown to you for a reason. This is about leveling up mentally and spiritually. For Taurus Risings, this full moon is in your 8th house, so this goes deep. This is about emotional depth, transformation, intimacy, shared energy, and release. Something beneath the surface is coming up. This could be emotional patterns, attachment dynamics, trust issues, or something you've been holding on to. This is a powerful time for letting go, not just physically, but emotionally and energetically. You may be releasing control, fear, or something that's been weighing on you. This is transformation energy, and while it can feel intense, it's clearing space for something more aligned. For Gemini risings, this full moon is in your 7th house of relationships. So this is bringing clarity to your one-on-one connections. This could be a relationship coming into focus, a conversation that changes things, or realizing what you truly need from others. You may be seeing someone clearly or seeing the dynamic clearly. And with full moon energy, something could be reaching a turning point. This doesn't always mean endings, but it does mean truth. What's aligned will strengthen. What's not will become obvious. This is about balance, honesty, and emotional clarity in relationships. For Cancer risings, this full moon is in your 6th house, your routines, your habits, your work, and your daily life. This is where you're being asked to make changes in how you're living day to day. You may be realizing something isn't sustainable. Your routine needs to shift, or you need better balance. This can also relate to work, health, or productivity. Something is coming to a head here, and it's asking you to release what's not working. This is about realignment, creating a lifestyle that actually supports you, not drains you. Small changes here can have a big impact. For Leo risings, this full moon is happening in your 5th house. Your creativity, self-expression, confidence, romance, and joy. This is a moment of clarity around what truly makes you feel alive. You may be realizing what you actually enjoy, where you've been holding back, or where you need to express yourself more. This can also bring attention to dating, passion projects, or creative pursuits. Something here is coming into focus, and you're being asked to release fear around being seen. This is about stepping into your confidence, letting yourself take up space, and choosing what genuinely fulfills you, not what just feels safe. For Virgo risings, this full moon is in your 4th house, your home, your foundation, your emotions, and your inner world. This is a more personal and emotional placement. You may be having realizations around your living situation, your family dynamics, your emotional needs, or what truly feels like home. Something here is shifting. This could be internal or external, but either way, it's asking you to release what doesn't feel stable or aligned anymore. This is about your foundation and creating a space physically and emotionally that actually supports you. Libra rising, 3rd house. This full moon is in your 3rd house. Communication, mindset, conversations, and your immediate environment. This is a very mental and communicative placement. You may be having important conversations, realizations, or gaining clarity about something you've been thinking about for a while. This could also involve speaking your truth, setting boundaries, or finally saying something you've been holding back. Something is being expressed here, and once it's said, things can shift quickly. This is about honesty, clarity, and trusting your voice. For Scorpio risings, this full moon is in your 2nd house, your money, your stability, your self-worth, and your values. This is bringing clarity to what you truly value and where your energy is going. You may be realizing something isn't financially or energetically sustainable, your priorities are shifting, or your sense of self-worth is evolving. There could also be a focus on income, spending, or resources. But deeper than that, this is about value, what you accept, what you allow, and what you know you deserve. This full moon is asking you to release anything that doesn't align with your worth. For Sagittarius risings, this full moon is happening in your 1st house, your identity, your self-image, and how you show up in the world. This is a big one. This is personal. You may be having a major realization about who you are right now and who you're becoming. Something about you is shifting. This could be your mindset, your confidence, your direction, or how you present yourself. You may feel ready to release an old version of yourself and step into something new. This is a reset, a turning point. This is about choosing yourself fully and unapologetically. For Capricorn risings, this full moon is in your 12th house, your subconscious, your inner world, your healing, and what's hidden. This is a more internal full moon. Things may be coming up emotionally that you didn't fully process before. You may feel more introspective, more emotional, or more aware of what you've been carrying. This is a release, but it's not loud, it's quiet. This is about letting go of old patterns, subconscious fears, emotional baggage. This is a powerful time for rest, reflection, and healing. Not everything needs to be acted on right now. Some things just need to be acknowledged and released. For Aquarius risings, this full moon is in your 11th house, your friendships, your community, your goals, and your future vision. This is bringing clarity to your connections and your direction. You may be realizing who's aligned with you, who isn't, or what you actually want moving forward. There could be shifts in friendships or group dynamics, or even a shift in your long-term goals. This is about alignment, being around people and environments that actually reflect where you're going, not where you've been, and being honest about what no longer fits. For Pisces risings, this full moon is in your 10th house. Your career, your public life, your reputation, and your long-term success. This is a big moment of visibility. Something here is coming into focus. You may be seeing where you're going professionally, what you've built so far, or what needs to change. This could bring recognition, clarity, or even a turning point in your career path. But it can also show you what's not aligned anymore. This is about stepping into your next level and being honest about what success actually means to you, not what it looks like to other people. And that completes the Sagittarius Full Blue Moon series. This full moon is all about truth, release, and expansion. Wherever this is hitting your chart, something is becoming clear, and something is ready to shift. Pay attention to what's coming up for you. That's exactly where your growth is. Thank you for tuning into Daily Astro, and I'll see you in the next reading.